Welcome to the pod, doggy.
Welcome to the pod.
He's off camera. Well, we got Roman in the pod today.
I got Roman in the house.
Yo, how's everybody?
Hell yeah.
We're good. Roman came over. I want to just do it at the top. Roman owns and is the CEO of Zen Hemp. And Zen Hemp is our new sponsor. So
Zen,
shout out.
Is it Zen or is it Zin?
So it's kind of like the nicotine packs, Zyn, but it's got two ends. So Zyn World is the lifestyle brand and the marketplace, and then Zen Hemp is like our brand. Just because we're not going to make gummies, you need like a commercial kitchen, with manufacturing, right, with a growing specific license for each thing,
Yeah.
So for us, we're like getting the concentrate, making the products like topicals.
Are you taking a drop right now?
Yeah, I just did a dropper.
He wants to be stress
Let me
free.
get a dropper, dude.
It's. Are you okay with cinnamon? You're not allergic
okay
to
with
cinnamon?
cinnamon.
Okay.
It's cinnamon. It's a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon
Probably
roll.
mix with my coffee well.
Cinnamon roll hemp.
100%. Yeah. Little caffeine. Right. So in theory, CBD is something that just removes inflammation. So, we think like stress, anxiety, overthinking is these things that need to be treated, this and that, but it's nothing but inflammation.
Yeah, of course.
If the inflammation wasn't there. So all CBD is doing is really just strengthening your own body rather than like a medicine going in your body and going, I'm programmed to do this or that, and you have side effects.
Yeah, it's anti-inflammatory.
So it's actually great with coffee because it's going to remove the, what's it called? The drop off, with the
jitters and the anxiety you get from coffee.
Exactly. Especially imagine if you're, maybe you only do 1 cup normally and you just bought a double shot, espresso, whatever. I mean, you're going to like crawl out of your skin.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I've been drinking Red Bulls. Actually, I gotta quit I don't drink them at work anymore. I'm proud of myself. My psychiatrist told me to stop drinking Red Bulls if I'm going to be taking my Ritalin, and because it's just counterintuitive. And yeah,
Are you going to listen to him?
I've been doing her first of all.
I didn't mean to mansplain her gender.
No, I'm gonna listen to her. I quit. There's a few things I've quit cold turkey, but like energy drinks has been the hardest for me. I just like the taste. I don't know. I've been drinking energy drinks for like 10 plus years.
Damn. Always Red Bull?
I started with Full Throttle because Full Throttle was like,
Yeah, Full Throttle. What happened to Full Throttle?
dude, they were the cheapest. They used to be $1.68.
They don't make those anymore, no?
Do they not? Probably not. They're
I
probably
haven't
too
seen
bad for
Full
you.
Throttle in forever, dude.
Yeah. I feel like smoke shops would have Full Throttle for no reason,
Yeah.
Like an off-brand.
Yeah, and Nos, and then I was drinking some Nos. I really like the grapefruit.
Nos tastes fucking good.
Nos
But those
is
are
really
dangerous. I think that's like one of the strongest energy drinks out there now.
If it looks like a car turbo type of thing.
Yeah. That's fucking antifreeze, dude.
No, I always liked the bottle. The original Nos bottles that were little Nos bottles were sweet. That was part of the fun, the novelty of buying Nos.
Yeah, they just look cool. Yeah.
It looked cool.
I like irony, like Liquid Death is water. And they're so out of like pocket with the branding. You trust that the water's like, If it was bad water and it was Liquid Death, people would just like easy to talk shit.
Well, it's funny. I've been at the bar like a few times where like people are like the person next to me is ordering a water. They're like, "Yo, can I get a water?" And they're like, "Oh, the only water we have is Liquid Death." And they're like, "It's an old person." They're like, "What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I don't want to drink."
because they want him to buy it.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So like last night, I mean, me personally, I'm not a bigwig, I tip $1 when I order a water.
Yeah.
But like, lately, since I'm not doing clubs anymore, I don't want to grab a drink and then drive. You know what I mean? Like I'll grab an Uber if it's close. That might be better. But yeah, so when I grab a water, some places will be, we got a $6 bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
$6
fuck,
bottle. That's fucking
I'm
expensive,
like,
dude.
well, yeah,
And
and I'm
it's
like,
like-
how
Looks
much
like I'm drinking my own spit,
I'm like, how much is a drink? They're like 9. I'm like, all right, so Jameson and ginger, I guess.
Might as well be
you ever
drinking.
been to the club out here, Harrison? Like the nightclubs? You ever do any of that?
I once, excuse me,
Bless you.
I went to XS
Okay.
and saw Dead Mouse. That
That
was sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Nelk Boys did a live podcast in excess with Dana White.
Oh, damn.
And actually, the Win is like now almost on the cutting edge. They've installed a podcast.
Make sure you're talking to the mic.
The Win's installed like a podcast like a room as part of their hotel.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you walk,
sick.
You know, it used to be a Ferrari showroom.
Yeah.
Now there's a big podcast thing.
Oh, you can just go in there.
whatever.
Damn, that's cool.
So it'd be cool to
that's
see this
badass.
show. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
dude.
the
Wait,
One
is
day.
that podcast room the one that like like you could walk right by it and see them podcasting, right?
Yep.
I've seen it a couple times. It's cool.
I need to go
think there was
down
a store
there.
before.
Dude, Wynn is like one of the nicest fucking casinos.
Wynn and the
on
Encore,
the
they're
strip.
some of the
Wynn
greatest
and Encore,
properties.
Yeah.
Steve Wynn was over there. I used to work there at Encore Beach Club. Surrender, bro. Crazy
What?
amount of money.
You got the hookups.
What were you doing
You still
there?
got connects.
Hosting.
Oh, okay.
No, like legit. You know, like my last year before I left was like 700,000 in bottle sales.
Damn.
But it gets you to think like, honestly, it's not worth it.
No.
Like if
No.
I'm just saying, if I could remember all the parties I've been,
Yeah.
and I say, hey, I partied probably $7 to $10 million worth of partying just at like the table, but that only means that one $25 bottle of Grey Goose is 500, 600, 700
I saw that.
plus tip and tax.
Yeah.
and
I saw
waitress.
the-
You want to get a bottle of
waitress-
Henny? That's like 2,000, right?
Yeah.
Two, 3,000.
No. Like Henny, it maybe like Remy or like VSOP, like the nice Henny is probably maybe $850, but like, you know, Hennessy Black or regular is probably 600, 700, and then
And people buy this.
and this is for like 4 or 5 people.
And people buy this, which
'Cause
is
if you
the
have
nutty
more people,
thing.
you need a second bottle.
Yeah.
Because like this, I was working at Office Depot and the
I
server
guess
came
it's
in.
worth it.
The server came in and she like was printing off a little cheat sheet card and getting it laminated for herself to keep it in her pocket like a little menu. And damn, I was like, when I just moved here and I was astonished by the prices of that stuff.
And it used to be way better. And they used to want like independent hosts, which is like people that they don't employ, to go hustle up tourists that want to come buy a bottle.
Yeah.
And they've like killed that whole industry, you know, by making it like super strict.
There's a lot of stuff. It's a bummer that a
middlemen,
lot of
you know?
those like gig industries are like side hustle and just, kickbacks and stuff. Vegas used to be, there's so much in kickbacks and just working a kickback
Movie
system.
Casino, what is she doing? Yeah, she's getting drugs and stuff, but she's cash.
Yeah,
cash,
exactly.
Cash, you know?
Limo drivers, dude. Did you know that you know how they have the free limos in Vegas? It's because they get $100 to $150 a head for dropping them off.
Yeah, I heard about
yeah,
that.
so-
Even Uber drivers now, too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
in Vegas, like the way you want to think about it is not, hey, I am a plumber or I'm a mechanic. That's what I do. Like if you're part of any of the nightlife, bottle server, security, busser, host, promoter, whatever, you pretty much want to talk to like everybody. So when your people come in, if they want to go over there, they're still going to go over there, but you're sending it to the front door
Yeah.
guy there.
They're here
You're
because of me.
Well, and now he goes, hey, there's some people that want to go to your club, and you actually make money from that.
Yeah.
So you're sending everything, but you want to have, hey, I know the GM at this restaurant. It's busy. He'll get you a thing. That's a big deal.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
no. It's
So-
definitely, this town is about who you know and who you blow.
Yeah.
You know?
100%, dude. Who you know and who you
Dude,
love.
speaking of that,
blows
like
in the front, blows in behind.
being cool, getting free shit. My wife last night, yesterday at work, my wife. Shout out my wife.
Shout out.
She's cool as fuck. She's really good at her job, and she got recognized, like some recognition, and they gave her 2 free Golden Knights tickets for tonight.
It's dope.
What?
So, yeah, so playoff game tonight. Me and my wife are going, dude.
What? Playoff game?
You're,
Fuck
you're,
yeah.
gonna, you're gonna like it.
Oh, I've been to before.
yeah.
They're fun as fuck.
If you can, try to go up the escalator to like the top. It's a cool view down.
The high view, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the like you could just walk in or not, but there's like a lounge up there.
Yeah.
Hyde Lounge or something.
Yeah, Hyde Lounge. Yep. Yeah, I've been to a few games over at T-Mobile. It's a really nice stadium, really nice arena. Not a
Yeah.
stadium, it's an arena.
Dude, that's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
2
So
free
shout out
tickets.
her, dude.
Shout
yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah,
Being good at your job gets you fucking free shit, you know.
Yeah, at my job, they just get us pizza.
Yeah.
But hey, that's
That's
good
the
enough.
biggest corporate slap in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pizza? Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
you know what I
and
did?
the worst is of that is like, like the worst, like not Domino's. What's that one?
Little C's. Little Caesars.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's like the worst.
No, but yeah, it's the cheapest.
I would say.
It's like oh, not only did you just get me pizza, but you literally spent the least amount of money you could on pizza
because you wanted to order like 10 and you had different departments, so 3 and 3.
That's fucked up. If it's not like Domino's or Pizza Hut, like because I'm cool with those, but you bring Little Caesars,
get me a small
that's
business.
Really cheap.
Yeah,
Angelo's. A guy just came from Italy.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah. Sorry guys, we're only gonna have 2 pies. Because we went with Angela, you know what I mean? We went with Vinny's or whatever. Like we went the good shit.
No, get the good shit.
We would do that. I would try and do that when I managed my Office Depot. I tried to be like it was always food. Like that's what you can do. And it's not the reason why it's always food is because you can go to the register and you can write off, and do petty cat and you can do it for food. But there's not like, oh, I'm just going to give them $10. You can't just give your employee $10.
Right.
But you can buy them dinner.
Like create an employee like benefit plan to submit to corporate.
Exactly.
They'd have to,
But I had the right, and my boss was cool with it. Because what I would do, and I just told him, I was like, dude, I get a lot of call outs because the type of part of town I'm in, I was in the ghetto, Valley View and Sahara.
Nice.
Dude, like, and so the type of
you
people.
gotta deal with crazy people sometimes.
Yeah, so
that's
like,
actually where my open mic is at.
yeah, Valley View and Sahara, dude. That's where I used to work.
Yep. Go to sports bar.
Shout out. Yeah, so I need to go over to that. But I would be like, yo, so and so called out. I need you to stay. I'll buy you dinner. You know what I mean? You pick what you want, and I'll order you dinner. And my boss is cool with me doing that, because to me it's like, and I have to like, it's cool. A big deal asking people to fucking stay late, dude.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And they're not. I mean, economy was better before, but they're still making 13, 14, 15.
Dude, they're making like at my place like 10, 12. Like, dude, like they're making nothing. So I was trying to hook them up. That was I got fired. I didn't get fired, but they made me step down to assistant manager again.
Just to work on pay, or
because I after 2 years of running a no, I quit there 5 years ago. Yeah, so I quit. I was working for 2 years as a store manager, and like I was just in a down market year where businesses all around me were closing, and we're a business supply store, so there was no if everybody's around me closing, then that sucks for me. So they didn't see it that way. By. But I I hired a bunch of weirdos that would have never gotten jobs but anywhere else. So I felt good about that. They were a bunch of cool kids. They were weirdo.
It was like Guitar Center or something.
Yeah, one girl smelled like cat piss, but I still hired her anyway. Dude.
Hey, you still hired her?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I still hired her.
There's counties in the South, like Georgia, Arkansas.
Sorry, dude.
I know this setup. It sounds like it's gonna be something different. No, but they're actually those counties had money for homeless people to just clean up the roads, the towns, or whatever. And some of these people were like making 18 an hour just because the county can get funds easier than someone's life is like worth.
Yeah,
which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like what
That's wild.
Well, I'm saying so. It's pretty cool. Like I'm sure there's so much government like waste, and money's not real.
No, it's not.
They just literally like work. All of supply and demand. Yeah, all of the money supply and history of America. Yep. In the next 3 years, we're going to print 60, 70, 80% of all of it. What?
Yeah, we're just gonna make it. We're just gonna make it from thin air.
Yep,
dude. Those stimulus checks, dude.
How can it be real?
The stimulus checks, dude. I, in my position, I'm glad that we had that, dude. That was nice.
The stimulus checks came in clutch, dude. I fucking was
bought an Xbox, dude.
Yeah,
solid investment.
Dude. I bought some new clothes.
You still have that Xbox?
No, I sold it.
For how much though, compared to what you bought it?
Well, I don't remember what I sold it for, but I put it into models. Like I bought, I bought a bunch of Gundams with it,
Yeah. But I'm saying it was still the Xbox was played, and then you still
I just bought it to play Warzone. Was what I bought it for, and I was streaming Warzone for a bit.
Warzone is shit, dude. I'd be playing Warzone all the time.
Do you remember Gears of War?
Yeah, Gears of War is cool fucking
too.
favorite, dude.
Yeah,
my dad. So I wasn't.
That was the coolest, like the hand-to-hand side.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
because it wasn't like full.
It was over the shoulder, third person. You could if you're young and you're listening, you don't know Gears of War. You your gun had a chainsaw that
sounds so weird. If you were young,
and you would chainsaw through the enemies, and it would have a little animation. The blood would squirt all over the screen. My dad, we were not allowed to play.
What was the enemy
Horde
of Gears of War?
The Horde?
Nope.
No, it wasn't the Horde.
Game? Which game was the enemy of Gears of War, or like the opposite?
The opposite of Gears of War? Oh, I don't know.
Halo.
Oh yeah, Halo.
Because it was like
Oh, you're right. It was either you were a Gears player or you were a Halo player.
Yeah,
because those were both Xbox exclusives,
and we were Gears players. Me and my buddies.
Yeah,
we were good. I was good at it. I was good at Gears, man. I played.
I killed the computer. I don't know how good I was.
Yeah. I guess we'd play online.
Online, yeah.
Gears 2. My dad. We were being Mormon. We were not allowed to play like rated R movies and M games, mature games. And I just bought that one because my parents never were in my room watching me play video games. Right. So I was like, they don't. In
your personal experience, did that make you feel pent up, and then you?
Oh yeah, that's why I did everything. Oh yeah, yeah.
Somebody should, one religion or cult or whatever should take like a lesson from it and be like, just let them be a little more free. Still tell them exactly like what to do in life.
Yeah,
like just
that's what I'm doing with my kids.
Hey, it's a smart way to go.
Yeah.
Because you give them like, borders.
Yeah, barriers.
You go, hey, and the barrier got a little bit bigger. You grew up.
Yeah. You're allowed to say. You're not allowed to say these words because those are adult words. I don't believe in bad words. They're just adult words.
And by the time,
if you're an adult, you can say them. My son started saying "fuck" though.
He did.
Yeah, the other day he was going, "Oh fuck." Apparently, I missed it. My wife was saying that he just started going, "Oh fuck." And then yesterday I said shit, and he said shit, but we don't acknowledge it. We don't laugh at it. So
yeah,
but he is 3, so you get to. That's fun.
Damn, does he just hear you say that around the house sometimes?
Oh yeah, dude. I smoke and I'm known to smoke around my kids, and like, to me it is what it is. Yeah. I'm not lying to my children, first of all, about who I am and what I do.
Yeah, real life is way worse than almost anything you could ever say.
So
but it's your kids, right? I don't have kids.
Yeah, you don't need to hide it.
It is just funny to me.
Yeah, I drank in front of my kids.
I would. Yeah, I would.
Like,
I don't get drunk. I don't get plastered
right in front of you guys.
Yeah, but I do. I have been plastered in front of my kids.
Well, I give my kids the bottle. You
can't wait to. I can't wait to. Yeah. I can't wait till my kids are older till we can smoke together and stuff like that. But I don't know. That's kind of weird though.
But you do
sometimes.
That's what I tell everybody. Like there was this one guy. I won't say like where, but. Walked in his business. He was just talking about his kid. He's like, man, I found my kid with weed. I'm like, all right, well, I'll be honest with you. Don't like punish him. What you should do is like go, hey, this is real weed and what weed looks like. This is like weed mold. Mm-hmm. And then this is like PCP.
Yeah.
Right? No. Yeah. What kind do you like? Because you're going to feel like this. And if you had too much and you feel like you're a little paralyzed, numb, just remember next time don't smoke as much.
Yeah.
Your friends are going to keep passing it. Just hit it once.
Yeah, exactly.
Just solid advice,
Yeah, give a kid good advice so they can have a good time, and then they'll be educated about it and not be some dumb shit. And and
right. And if you literally say, "Hey, you're feeling like shit because you're stressed or scared or whatever," and you're going to do this to numb it. Like get them thinking that way, they're gonna go, oh, maybe I could handle that, and when I feel good, I'll go get high.
And now we'll try PCP.
Wait, no. Still no PCP.
All right, bust out the PCP.
Well, it's like wet, right?
Yeah, I know what wet is. It's formaldehyde.
Yeah. It's crazy.
you dip your blunts in formaldehyde. I've never tried it, but I would try it.
Yeah, you try it. What's the hardest drug you ever tried?
For me?
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Me, it was at a rave. It was like an ecstasy pill. We danced for like 6 to 8 hours, so it had to be, right? A little bit of meth in there.
Yep.
Coke, maybe, And what I thought was the scariest or worst thing was Molly.
Yeah.
Which you want only Molly.
Oh, yeah, because,
well, I'm just saying you don't.
Well, you don't want to mix it. You don't want to mix it with
but
like
in an ecstasy pill, it's like multiple things, right? And you're like, oh, I don't want to trip too much. But then, like, once you do Molly only, you go, why would I ever want, me personally, like Coke or
Yeah. Is Molly, you like Molly?
If I were
sorry to put you.
No, not at all. Yeah, I've done it. But I'm saying like
I've never done
knowing what's in an ecstasy pill and how I felt. Molly's more like
Like you know what you're gonna get.
Well, no, it's just it's like the best part of ecstasy, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like
it's the pure form. It's like
being
taking
around people
mushrooms,
in a dance thing. You're bumping on people, rubbing on people, and that's giving you like endorphins because it's draining your serotonin.
Oh damn!
That's why there's people like after taking like ecstasy, they take or Molly, they take 5-HTP.
Yep.
It's in even this one thing called Rave Aid. And literally 5-HTP, probably B vitamins, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's artificial serotonin.
Oh damn! Because it just drains it that much.
Yeah. So it's not medical advice, but like,
yeah.
if you're feeling shitty, you could literally just take 5-HTP.
This is medical advice.
From GNC. You know what I mean? From
Yeah.
GNC, you could just buy 5-HTP and you'll feel like not numb like ashwagandha, but like just chill.
Yeah.
It's like a happy pill almost.
I want to go to a rave. I've never been to a rave.
EDC's coming up next month.
You ever been to EDC?
There's different ways to go. So it's just like, how do you want to go? Drive there and back or ride there and back. That's just like super pain in the ass. You want to figure that out.
What, to EDC?
Yeah.
Well,
seems
yeah,
like
I
such
mean,
a pain in the ass.
I think the
Blocked
easiest
off, so
way
you
to
don't
go
want
in
to
is
cab,
like through a helicopter, dude.
Yeah, but it's so expensive.
But that, like, imagine how fucking baller that is.
Oh, it's
You're
so
like,
baller.
you're fucking tripping off mushrooms and you're hopping in the helicopter to go to like a
But I think
super fucking
I think it might
fun
be
land.
300 to 500 a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still fucking awesome. I'd pay for it.
I think.
Yeah.
But
Get
usually
picked up
they
in a
include the
fucking
helicopter,
helicopter?
in. Remember we were saying bottles are
Yeah.
retarded. 700 for a bottle that maybe costs $30-$40.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like $630 in profit. Let's say.
Yeah.
What if you shave 100 or 200 per person off, and give the helicopter people? You know what I'm saying? So you can
of course.
package.
Yeah, you can make it makes sense.
Yeah.
I will say this right now, just on record. This show, I could see it being like a live, like imagine, Tuesdays, Wise Guys, just a live version of this,
Oh yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
appreciate
man.
you believing
Thank
in
you,
us,
yeah.
man.
for sure.
Thank you for saying that.
No, 100%.
Generous, man.
Like you said it, and I started thinking about it. You're like, I think we have something, but I think it's more like the.
Now you're gonna make me sound
authenticity.
like I'm full of myself.
No, no. Have something like people would want to listen to it. Like for an example, you make a dope game, right? Are you full of yourself? If you say, "Hey, the game I made, it was cool to play." No.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. Speaking of dope games, I've been playing a lot of League of Legends, which is not a dope game. It's such a poisonous game.
Which League of Legends
is
though,
fucking
the
dope.
one where you go up the map and you're trying to get their
the
thing.
MOBA.
What's
Yeah.
the other one?
TFT.
Yeah, that's
on
the one
phone.
I played.
I play TFT on my phone because it's kind of like chess. It's fun.
So there's
It's auto chess, I think is what they call it.
TFT.
Yeah. Team fight
Fucking
tactics.
nerds.
Yeah, dude. It's a fun little game, dude. That I am a nerd, dude. I am.
so team
such a
fight
nerd.
tactics, right?
I have a fucking Super Nintendo controller tattooed on my arm, for gosh sakes.
You got to be
Dude,
yourself.
that's sick.
Man.
Do you have a Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I have a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
You got to be yourself.
Nintendo 64?
Yep.
Nintendo 74?
Another 70,
Now they're
69.
making those boxes that have like 800.
They
games.
somebody out of
Free
Japan re-released an N64 that plays old. It's a new model
It plays every
N64, but it plays
every
N64
game.
cartridges.
Oh no, I'm saying it's in the shape of a small.
No,
N64,
I know what you're talking about.
and it plays every N64.
Yeah, it's an
game.
emulator. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen they look like little Game Boys.
I don't really fuck with emulators for some reason. I would rather
You
have the
feel like-
physical copy. Yeah,
And then
I do that. I still have it works. I have the N64. I have some good games. I have like the original Mario Party. I have the original Mario Kart. I'm looking at the case for the Mario Kart right now.
this might sound gay. Harvest Moon.
I don't have the Harvest Moon.
I don't know why. No, I like as a kid, I just like.
Dude, that's what you were into?
Yeah, I heard Bobby Lee say this once.
I'm just
Wait, what's Harvest Moon? Is that a
You're
card
farmer.
game or something?
You're just a farmer.
Yeah.
But it's think of it like
like
you're
a-
building levels or you're gaining money. It's like a virtual world, like Sims.
Yeah.
But like super basic. But you're cut. Remember Age of Empires? You
Yeah.
cut down wood, but instead of having to farm, you have to go fight other civilizations.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So it's like a strategy game kind of.
Yeah, I might have to check it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know why specifically that game. But I'm saying like got hooked on just playing it all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe
Did
there's
you
a period in my life.
I don't know about you guys,
I was
but
like, hey,
did
I
you?
wanna do this stuff.
It's in the gaming news right now.
Okay.
Oblivion remastered. Have you guys seen that? You ever play Oblivion?
Oblivion? No, I never got into
Do
it.
you ever play Skyrim?
Skyrim's dope.
Okay, it was
Or,
a precursor to
Elder
Sky-
Scrolls.
It was
and shit.
precursor to that. It's
Okay.
Elder Scrolls 4, and it won Game of the Year back to back.
So it's free roam, or you're following a map?
Yeah,
a map?
free roam, open world. It's like Skyrim, but an Xbox 360 version.
Okay.
So, but it's
What is
so
there?
good.
Is there an end of the game? Is there a campaign?
Yeah, it's a campaign. There's multiple
campaign
guilds.
only?
No, so you can do side. There's a bunch
So
of
it's not
different
like
side
a Final
quests.
Fantasy where campaign, but you follow it all the way down, or you lose.
No.
Okay.
You can play you want to do the campaign because what I've learned is if you do all the side quests and everything, you level up and then the campaign levels up as well. Cool. And it's just fucking harder. So it's like if you wait to do the campaign, it's fucking hard. You kind of have to cheese through some spots, but they did a remaster and it wasn't just like a retexture. They did like a full fucking remaster of this game. It's like a brand new game. So they're selling it again for $60.
How do you feel about people that use Game Insider to get through?
Oh,
I use that. Yeah, guilty of that.
Okay. I Google how to look through stuff. Yeah. There's a Wikipedia for Oblivion. So like,
because you're saying like some of it is super hard. So I think like if you know there's going to be cheating, make your shit super hard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that can't get through it will just use the cheat.
When you're playing on a PC too, and you learn that you can type commands like "give me this item,"
right? God mode, whatever.
Yeah, it's just got like you're like
GTA on God mode.
You start to use that.
Well, try playing GTA without any cheats. That shit sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Right, but how long do you play with cheats? You know,
all I did on my last playthrough was when I was out, like when my staff ran out of charges, you need Valkyrie stones or whatever to refill. In Oblivion to refill your charges.
Okay,
and you can only find them by clearing dungeons, which you need your fucking staff to do.
Right.
So it's hard. So I would just give myself those, I would just recharge my staffs, unlimited staff recharges, which is cheating, but it made that playthrough fun.
It's like farming a rare herb or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like so you could mine too. Like there was a cave, but I'm saying you can get like gold, platinum, silver, whatever. You know.
I gotta buy this game, and
Did you ever play Minecraft?
Yeah, dude, I played I'm proud of this. I bought Minecraft when you had to go to Minecraft.com and buy it from Mojang. And I bought it
like way back in the day.
I literally bought it like in beta.
There's a Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah, dumb.
Yeah, Jack Black.
Yeah,
I just seen like the memes.
I do support most things Jack Black does. Just in general, like
it's just a movie made for 12-year-olds, and I'm good on that.
Gotcha.
I'm not 12. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I played the video game. I know what happens.
My sister's already my daughter is already quoting the fucking movie, and she's never even seen it, but kids at her school fucking seen it. And
it's chicken jockey,
it's a lava chicken.
The chicken jockey.
Chicken, is that something they say in the movie?
Yeah.
Chicken jockey.
Well, dude, have you heard of brain rot?
Yeah, that's brain rot.
It's all brain rot
shit.
If you looked at the beginning of brain rot,
do you remember YouTube poop?
It's like no.
I used to watch YouTube poop.
YouTube poop was original brain rot. On
you get
YouTube.
on like the weird side of YouTube.
What was the weird side?
You're seeing like
opinion. What is
Karen at a McDonald's? I don't know.
Is it a person being? I'm not feeling creative. I have no outlet. I want to or is it like just slang?
It's slang.
Brain rot. I think brain rot's creative.
Cool.
There's some creative aspects to it. Like.
Sure.
Somebody makes like a weird video of like fucking shitting.
And it's completely weird. Like
shitting on top of like fucking on a banana on yogurt or something. And that's like brain rot, right? But it's creative. Like somebody set up the camera to fucking, do all that stuff.
I see your point.
When you create, it has to be creative by like...
by nature.
Yeah.
It's creative by nature.
Yeah, by nature. Yeah, definitely.
Now, is it good?
But brain rot, no,
not brain rot's not good. It's garbage.
Wait, not good. But can it become cult classic? 100%.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
that's what all 100%. Memes are. Brain rot. Charlie bit my finger.
The Well, now it's like shit, like Skibidi Toilet
and Chicken Jockey. Yeah,
and Chicken Jockey.
Skibidi Toilet.
Yeah, Skibidi was like. My nephew put me on that.
All the brain rot stuff.
Or? Yeah, dude. There's
like they went like the black community, right? Like hip hop stuff, like certain words. But then
like you're cooked.
Yeah.
Or like
let them cook,
or fucking Goon. It's lit, or gooners,
yeah,
or fucking boom. I don't know.
We all had words for it. We, back in the day, the new word that when my generation, I would say, came up with fapping.
Yeah,
like jerking off fapping.
Oh, right. Fapping.
Yeah, fap. Yeah, like
I'm on the no fap right now.
Yeah, so I remember when fapping, like I was in English class in high school, and my teacher, this is like a brain rot moment. It's being a young kid, I was in high school, 16, 17 years old or whatever. And my teacher's like, we're writing a list of habits. And people were like, whatever habit. And then I go fapping because I knew he didn't know what it meant. Yeah. And he wrote napping. He just misheard me. Yeah. I got all my buddies to laugh. Yep. Got all my buddies to laugh.
Trouble. Got your buddies to laugh.
Yep. It was a total win.
Early comic, dude.
No, it's cool when those words are like so early on that nobody really knows about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can take advantage of them. Yeah. There's one word we used, head ass.
Head ass?
Heard that? Like, oh, that's head ass. And when I first heard that, I was like, what do you mean that's head ass? It's like, oh, that's kind of like dumb. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Like head ass.
But dumb good or dumb?
No, like dumb, like
stupid?
That's head ass.
Yeah, gotcha.
You're
so
fucking,
funny.
Like you're doing that dumb shit. That's
Vegas,
head ass.
Cali?
No, I think that's
Vegas.
a East Side Vegas thing.
Okay. Specifically East Side Vegas.
Yeah, East Side or North Side shares like the same lingo. Like we'll be like, that's head ass. Or like, if you're like, dude, you don't know who just hit me up. Like, who hit you up? Dead ass. Tell me right now. Dead ass is another
I know
word.
dead ass.
You know dead ass?
I know dead ass.
Are you being dead ass right now?
Dead ass
Or
is serious.
say less.
Yeah,
say
you being
less.
dead ass?
Say less.
Say
Somebody
less.
said that. I'm like, what?
Pause.
And I know he's like, all right, say less. That's like a new thing, huh?
Yeah.
All right, whatever, dude.
Bet.
I say that
then
sometimes.
I said it. It was
say less. Yeah, like.
I like say
beers
less.
at the party? Say less.
There's the slang that I took and like started saying ironic doggy and homie.
Sure.
Homie, I never heard before I moved to Vegas.
It's like a not
Really?
gay way.
Well, in your
to relate
hometown,
friends.
nobody's calling each other
exactly.
homies.
Yeah,
and
I'm
stuff,
from a
right?
small little white town.
Yeah.
And nobody's calling each other homies. And then homies I picked up like immediately when I moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
I thought it was, and then now I'd say doggy.
Yeah, I think homie was like a Mexican thing.
It is
back then.
yeah,
It
for
was,
sure.
Like, hey, what's up, homie? Like, hey,
What's up, fool?
what's up, fool? What's up, homie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I heard those words from
Cheech and
day
Chong,
one. Or like Cheech and Chong was saying that.
What was the
stuff.
one movie Cheech did? It was East LA or something.
The movie he did, Born in East LA.
Born in East LA, dude.
That's a fucking funny movie, and that movie is
Super
like so accurate with like
What's
trying to hop the
happening?
border.
Yeah.
Like, cause have you ever seen that movie?
No,
Born
I've
in
never
East
seen
LA?
it.
Dude.
No.
So Cheech is like trying to hop the border. Like
So
I think they deported him, but he was like, "Hey man, I'm born in East LA."
Oh, okay.
Like, where are you born? East LA.
And
then they deported his ass.
Yeah.
And then
I don't
he's
wanna
got to
ruin
get
it for
back.
you.
Oh, no, that's funny. You
And
can
then he's
ruin
literally
it.
coming back,
Yeah.
and there's like a parade, and yeah. And he's
Sounds
teaching
good.
people how to be East LA.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Have you ever been to East LA?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, it's pretty nice out there. It's kind of like, I don't want to say too much about it because but it's like a really Mexican community out there. Like, dude, it looks like
Street
little
food,
Mexico out there.
all that
bro.
kind of
Little
stuff.
Tijuana.
Little Tijuana.
No, Tijuana's not like the not nice part of Mexico.
Yeah, well, shout out East LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. Get some tacos out there.
I go to the tourist
what I'm
spots
saying,
of
street
Mexico,
food.
like Ensenada.
Yeah.
I fuck with Ensenada.
I feel like any part of Mexico could be dangerous at any moment.
I don't feel danger.
Right. No, I'm saying when a new cartel comes in, some of them show their like thing by just creating some violence.
Oh yeah.
They don't go like, "Hey, we're here. Don't fuck around with us." They're kind of like, "Hey, violence. We're here, by the way."
Yeah.
We're the new.
Well, it is kind of like the Wild Wild West out there. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, but they're not fucking with tourists.
They really try not to. Like tourist destinations are always like pretty safe to go.
Yeah.
No, overall for sure. But I'm saying like, one out of how many people would get killed by stray gunfire, that you're like, I'm not going to go to that place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad, but like if you're like traveling on the road out there, like going from city to city, yeah, you gotta be careful, dude.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
if you're
get a
just trekking
fucking
by
black
yourself.
Suburban pulling up on you.
Truck with a bunch of guys with guns in the back of
You're
it
in
Yeah.
another country. I mean, that'd
Yeah.
be crazy for you to.
to just be wandering free.
Yeah. I mean,
But I
maybe
don't
if
like
you
to
know
believe
Spanish
that other
fluently.
places are dangerous. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah, you don't want to believe like. all
I'd
that
like to
and be
think
scared
the
to
world
go.
is good. I guess I'm not as much of a pessimist as I say.
love to hear that.
I like
love
to
hear
think that most people are good people, and if you have good intentions, most people aren't trying to fuck with you. Yeah, but there are some bad people, but
Yeah.
typically if you're not doing bad things, you're not on their like you're not on their radar.
Yeah.
But I think like they're like in the open nature, you know, like let's put it this way, like if you're in the mountains or the woods, you see a mountain lion, you see a bear,
Yeah,
like
that's dangerous.
well,
yeah,
no, but that's
totally
my point
dangerous.
is like that's their land, they're like their nature, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're in their habitat.
Right. So like a bear would be like, oh, I'm gonna just murder this person without like a thought,
Yeah.
you know. So like I'm just saying, like if your whole life is having to defend yourself against other
Invaders.
cops,
Yeah.
well, no, cops and other cartels or something. It's just like a daily, like they might not even think, and just you know somebody.
Yeah, I feel ya.
No, you're right. Let's be super positive.
They found mountain lions in Henderson.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
well, that
not
makes
too far
sense.
from here, bro. Like
Damn.
there's like a
Well,
mountain-
they are
like,
known to be in our.
slept in someone's backyard, got up, walked over. Apparently, they go like like miles. You know.
Yeah, they're found in this in the desert, in the Mojave. Like normally in higher elevation though.
I don't know if I said that to you or someone else, but they just reintroduced wolves
Yeah. Damn.
to
It's fucking
California.
stupid, dude.
So dumb.
So dumb. They have no natural predator, and like they hunt in packs. They're geniuses. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, there's nothing for them. Hop over your fence, take your dog, hop over the fence,
Yeah, that's all. It's,
and you're hoping that only your dog. If it was just
dude, not your child.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
but that's what I mean. Like, what the fuck?
We'll
And
fight
if
my
Teach-
baby.
You have
Shit,
to
I-
teach your kids how to shoot. We live in
Yeah.
a state where
Yeah.
Go
everybody-
eat your
Or just start
babies.
raising the wolves yourself. Just start taking care of them.
Raised
Bring
by
them in.
wolves.
an anti-wolf, like a protector wolf.
Yeah,
Those
I'll
guys-
bring in like a couple wolves just
Well,
to like
no.
fight off the other wolves.
So people say when you go to Brazil, it's like completely dumb to go there if you don't have somebody there that's kind of like a guide, speaks like the Portuguese or whatever, but like
Yeah.
knows spots, because there's things like where you're walking in an alley and someone says something and the guide's like, no, not these white people, not these Americans, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You have a pass.
well,
yeah, I think that's in a lot of
hopefully.
third world countries. Like you need a guide for sure.
right.
Yeah, I just probably wouldn't go to those countries. You know what I mean? I
You know,
don't
like Anthony
Yeah.
Bourdain did that, went around, but he had to always have the network pay like petty cash,
Yeah.
30K, 50K to the guy. I forgot what they called him. It was just like a gopher, but pretty much a guy that got everything done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Communicated
somebody to
with-
manage everything for
A
you.
guide.
Like he knew the illegal side, he knew the legal side, he knew don't go here, food
Who you got to
here.
pay off? Who you got to?
I don't know.
Who you got to grease
Bourdain
up a
said
little
that,
bit?
dude.
Yeah, like if I'm going to see the pyramids, I want a guy that's been there, already knows the shit, and how to show me.
Dude,
around.
Apparently, there's infinite scabbers.
It looks.
Yeah,
I was
the
just
pyramid. I
watching
heard about
videos
that.
about that yesterday, dude.
You cannot go here. You pay me 50.
And all the
whatever.
comments are like, looks like I'm never going to the pyramids.
Yeah.
Like literally because they have fake police officers. It's like,
Really?
and the guys are straight going, police, stop. And then they're just looking for a payoff. But they're dressed up like they're police officers, but they're not. So if you're in another country and you don't know any better, and some guy comes up dressed as a police officer and says he's police, yeah, you're probably going to listen to him. But unless you know that that's just a scam, but like that still puts you in the it's still a scary situation, because then you got to still like confidently be like, no, you're not the police. And it's like, well, what if they actually were, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't speak
Well, that's
that
why you got to
language.
have a
And you
guy
don't
with
speak-
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to have a guy with
What's
you.
the language? Egyptian?
You think so?
Yeah, in Egypt, yeah.
My buddy's half Egyptian.
I feel like I want to learn a couple words, like
Yeah.
Duolingo.
Fuck
you know?
off.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck off. Learn fuck off in Egypt.
No,
yeah.
no, thank you.
Non-aggressive words.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
If I was in there, I'd just dress the part. You know, I'd put like the turban thing on.
Oh yeah,
Fucking-
I would buy. I like
I
buying
try to
all
like
the.
look as dirty as possible to blend in.
Yeah, when I go to
Good.
Mexico, I put on my luchador mask.
You do? You just walk around in that.
Do you get tan at all? Hair?
No, this is about as tan as I get, man. I'm
Yeah.
Get a
Irish.
little bit tanner. You probably get a little more.
Oh
tan.
yeah, I burn, dude. I burn under. I'm under fucking grow lights all the time.
Oh damn. Do you wear long sleeves and shit at work to prevent sunburns?
I should.
You
but
should.
Sometimes I don't. It's hot.
You
in there.
should. No, I bet I wouldn't wear it.
What kind of grow is it? Indoor grow or
Indoor grow. Yeah.
do you guys have a nursery or no? That's a different like.
Well, we
business?
had like like to sell
Like-
plants.
No, like in California, like my friends, I was talking to them, and out of all the different licenses, because Cali weed went corporate
Yeah.
and it ruined pretty much everything. Right.
Well, it's corporate out here too.
Right, but there's like the corporations owe the state like I don't know what the number is, billions, 2 billion, whatever, in back taxes because they're overtaxing them. They're not making way for the weed economy in California to grow. They're over-regulating and going, well, here's 40 new laws, and if you break any of them, fine. No. Keep your license. Do your thing. If you don't have money to pay me, I mean, that's not fair.
I mean, I think California has stricter laws. Definitely out here, it's a little bit more lenient.
Okay,
but it's still like hard to even make a profit for like most businesses out here.
For sure.
Like I think Planet 13, like Planet 13 is losing like millions of dollars a year. Like they're going down.
Well, someone said that like the owner of like Las Vegas Paving, which is like multi-million, is who owns it. And, you know, they got rid of their liquor license and they brought in the consumption lounge license, which no brainer. Everyone's literally switching away from alcohol. Alcohol is a poison.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Like Muslims, they call it like alcohol, and they say like it robs like your liver of your soul or something.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, your liver makes
whatever.
like cholesterol, and your brain's made out of cholesterol.
Yeah,
it's not like, you know, I didn't learn this.
It is scientific. This is
it is. All right, bust out some fucking vodka shots, Harrison. We're taking.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking about this. Yeah, I don't really get that drunk. I barely even get buzzed. You know, it takes a lot for me to.
Have you been to the comedy thing at the Planet 13?
No, I need to go.
Oh, the weed show.
You need to go.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
When you go, I don't know. You know,
I'm not
cheapskate, but like, no. I'm saying like, well, like buying like stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it is dope to sit at the bar.
I just do dabs there. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, they got dabs there.
joint, but I'm saying like they give you ashtray with your joint and a lighter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you know, you spark it and you're sitting there and you know, it just feels cool. There's just not, you know, maybe like 20 people, 30 people, right? Like it's a smaller room. But it just felt cool, you know?
Yeah, the last time I was in there, it was packed when I was in there.
I'm not going to lie. Everybody's so high. Imagine saying a joke and like with the telephone, it like, and I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how it is for like high people. Like they're saying joke and the comedian's kind of like, no reaction, and he starts talking and they're like laughing at the joke he just said. Yeah, everybody's pretty, you know what I'm saying? So
so the audience is on lag.
Like tough, you know?
Yeah, I've heard it's a hard room.
It's a tough room because you're performing for a bunch of stoners and shit, you know?
Yeah, so how do you make stoners laugh? You know, you get them involved, but then you don't want crowd talk, right? So it's like...
Yeah, it's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's why I haven't gone out, is everybody who's done it is like, it's tough, you know?
I've seen people killing there, but you got to be...
at the beginning
like,
level. You want to be on it, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
want to be
because
on
there
it.
will be a High Times festival with a comedy stage.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, you know? If they're smart. That's all I'm saying. Because, bro, how many people go to Skankfest? Like, you know, they're filling...
a couple thousand people.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
3,000, yeah.
They're filling a need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want to do live stuff, especially after COVID. Everybody was in the house every day.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yep.
Like what you guys do, you know, people love coming out. Wise guys, right?
Yeah.
You know, like see you guys go up. I mean, honestly, like just like it should be on Airbnb Wednesday night, $5, 30, 40 comics. Just in any sense, good or bad, doesn't matter. Because there's going to be 2, 3 that you're like, that's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
And what's $5?
It's exactly.
What
That's
can you buy for $5?
The nice thing is, I was
double
going to
espresso. You know?
I was going to tell you about that earlier. Like the nice thing, what makes Wise Guys so good is that the crowds have paid $5, so they're invested in number one, staying, and number two,
some kind
like
of money, some kind of transaction,
and that they're expecting to, you know, like I paid, so I'm going to listen. You know,
Yeah, like I'm in a comedy club. I'm expecting to hear comedy, other than doing an open mic at a bar where like people are there gambling or fucking drinking.
Oh, for sure.
And
Five does feel like
dick
a toll.
jokes in the mic and shit.
You almost like, yeah, of course, yeah, no problem. Like I just want to come in. You know, they're like toll. You're like, all right, but like 20, 30, 40, you're like, do I like this person? And I'm gonna sit there. Like, what is a normal show? Like Tim Dillon's coming to town or something. Well, what's a normal show? 1
like
hour?
an hour and a half.
Okay, so actually, that's crazy. That's literally the perfect time.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Because that Wise Guys, like, if you get into 2 hours sitting there, you know, like the best time I ever had at Wise Guys, I was already like buzzed, smoked before I went, took an Uber down, met a friend, grabbed a beer, saw an hour, walked down the street, grabbed good pie, stoned, walked back, enjoyed the last like 20, 30 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
So like
Sounds like a good time.
Well,
Yeah. Arts District is dope, dude, because you could just bar hop, food hop.
We love the Arts District.
Yeah.
Shout out Rebar.
Shout out Rebar. Shout out Pharmacy.
The homies at Rebar, the homies at Pharmacy.
Dude, they built a sick ass DIY behind Pharmacy.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like a little, like a concrete, like kind of half pipe thing.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking dope.
Bring my board down there.
Yeah, I did a little rock to fakie on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they just let anybody skate it?
Yeah. Well, I was skating back there. Nobody. It's like literally in the alleyway.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so nobody's gonna stop.
It's right next to a tagging that says "shoot cops."
Oh,
Yeah, it's that one.
That's funny. I think you showed me that, or I saw a picture of it.
Yeah, I posted it. It's 6 spot. But Arts District is dope, dude. Rebar, $3 mystery beers. Shout out to those. I fucking love those.
$6 cocktails, not too bad. Not too bad for the Arts District.
Does Rebar ever do a comedy? Or?
They used to.
Yeah.
Yep, long time ago. It was a legendary open mic
stage out back.
That's what Rebar had a stage out back.
Is that what it is?
It was a loading dock, but they used it as a stage, but they kind of got rid of it. They've blocked it off.
There's like a fence right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So my buddies there in Them Evils. It's just like three dudes from a part of California.
Yeah.
Like young kids. But it's crazy because they sound like old school rockers. And they were like a backup band. They were just getting started. Like
playing down there.
But I'm saying it's cool to go out and see somebody and you're like, is anybody else hearing? These guys are fucking like unbelievable. And everyone's like, I don't know. Have you ever guys seen that? Like a band that you're like a live show that you're like, holy shit, these guys are fucking amazing. And why is nobody else like
my favorite band is called Me Without You, and I've been to. They've always, when they've played for opening for somebody, nobody ever knows who they are except for like a handful of people. And one time I was at the show at Brooklyn Bowl, and I was just going nuts. I was dancing and like he goes,
were people getting removed with joints?
No. He goes, somebody was excited.
Concert there.
Oh, so were people? I've smoked weed there. Yeah,
and you have to stand like in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah, and duck
you
down.
might get plucked.
Yeah,
but you might keep your vape or joint down.
You just bring a vape. Yeah,
and you're like, oh no, this guy's getting fucking taken.
My buddy got kicked out of there. Different story, but so I'm dancing and moshing, and the lead singer's like, someone's excited that we're here, and I got them hyped. And then I'm standing there, and I yell out the name of one of my favorite songs. I was like, oh, I never said that I was brave, and which is off their very first album. They hadn't started playing that album again yet until that tour. I found out, and he goes, wait, what's your name? And I said, Harrison. And he's like, did you see the set list? I said, nope. And he goes, this one's for you. And the next song that they were playing was I Never Said That I Was Brave.
Is that any of that on video? For
no,
your memory?
But he jumped off stage and in the breakdown grabbed me and we sang the breakdown together. It was my favorite band. Yeah, that was like the sickest, and that's what I get for being hyped for a band.
Hopefully you didn't go backstage.
No, I'm
saying you kept your idol your idol.
Yeah. Kept my idol my idol. No, it was cool. It was fun. Sick, I was at their final show though. I'll by contrast, not as cool moment. I was at their final show. I flew out to Philadelphia and I went to both nights. Oh hell yeah! Shout out Philly.
Shout out.
Yeah, I love Philly. A lot of comedy buddies there, and I went to the final two shows. And on night one, we're sitting there, and he plays one of my favorite songs. They finish, and he goes, "That song's 20 years old," and I go, "And it still slaps." And he heard, and he goes, "And it still sucks." And I was like,
damn.
No, dude, no. Like the cringiest.
Pointing at the guy next to you.
Oh, it was the cringiest. Everybody around me like looked at me and like,
you don't have enough time.
And it was on the live recording. Yeah, and he didn't hear me.
You could only blame on what the fuck,
dude. And like the comments on the live stream were like, that guy just ruined the vibe, you know. Yeah. And I was like, dude, no,
he ruined the vibe, dude.
He's like, it's always nice to get a hearty boo after. So the next song we'll play. Boo! Everybody was gonna boo afterward, and so everybody booed after the song. And I was like, which I've seen him do before, and also I know that he doesn't like those. Like they're of their catalog, the older songs are not his favorite songs, and so that was him projecting that he thinks that song sucks. Maybe I don't know. You know,
would you ever want to do on the music side of performing,
I did theater and music like in high school. I wanted to be in a band, but no, not anymore.
You know, like they say, I forget what it is. It's like athletes want to be comics.
No, it's musicians want to be comics and comics want to be musicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or actors. I feel like actors.
I feel like that though. I think that musician. I don't like.
Why do you think that is? Because it
looks easier,
right?
Like
because it takes so much focus on one thing.
Yeah, because like it's still music. I don't know. Even if you're bad, like music's music. It's easy. You know, it's not silence. So comedy, if it's not good, is silent. Yeah. Music, if it's not good, is still just music. It's just not background. Good music, but it's background.
Yeah, you know,
comedy's usually like in a moment, like, you know, either you're watching it or you're like at the club watching it, where like music, you're always doing something, and it's like a memory. Like I was talking to this girl while the song was playing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Many people are like, "Oh man, I fucked my wife." Richard Pryor was like talking about, you know,
dude. Speaking of that, this is a funny story. I was fucking my wife back when we first got together. It would be like early morning, and Price is Right would be on, and then we'd be doing it, and Price is Right would be on, and the hover around takes me where I wanna go. And we would both just start laughing because it happened like every time.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So a little dirty story there. Hover around, and so now I can just go up to him and I'll start singing.
What do you think of the remake with Drew Carey?
I like Drew Carey as the host.
Yeah,
I think this show's still the show, so that's the nice thing. It's still Price is Right.
Can you believe?
I've never seen Price is Right.
For real?
Never seen it.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, never seen it. That's white people shows.
That's, you know.
You got a sound clip for that?
I'd like you to
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, never seen Price is Right.
Come on.
Yeah, right.
Dude,
it was a show. It was
a game show. It's the game show of all game shows. You know what game shows are, right?
Yeah, I know what game shows are.
if you've ever been poor, like you like watching stuff that you could have.
Yeah.
Right? They're like at the poorest level, like, you know, when I was younger, like we had a Toys R Us like catalog, and on like a Sunday you would go get ice cream and literally go, all right, $84, $62, $11 for this toy. All right, I'm going to spend $400. This is what you're never going to get any of these.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the thought. You
gotta pretend like you're buying. Price is Right, dude. Is
and it fulfills
the price feeling on grocery items and stuff like that. So that's why it connects with everybody. Because
is that show still on?
Yeah, it's still on. Yeah.
Not Drew Carey still, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Probably until I think that's like a Supreme Court justice thing. Like once you become the host of The Price is Right, you do it until you die.
If Adam Sandler was doing it right, because you know they're making Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he would fight Drew Carey in that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, once you said it, I was like, I'm right on the same track.
It would be like such a blend, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that sounds like a cool show though. Like
they have a CGI. They have a hologram. You know what I mean?
Bob Barker?
No, I'm just playing.
So you're saying that they have to guess like the price of certain items? Is that like anything?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. There's different type of games. You know, some are guess the closest. Some are like this cost this much money, and put a number. So the first number is a 4. Nope, it's a 6. All right.
Guess higher or lower.
Yeah, they should do like a Vegas edition and have like a couple girls from like Boulder Highway go on there. And, like,
well, dude, at the old Bally's downstairs where they gave money for like surveys.
Yeah.
They literally had a live taping of Price is Right.
They filmed Price is Right in Vegas.
Like Wayne Brady, some kind of Wayne Brady thing. What's he give away?
Your show is thinking of is God damn it, I can't fucking think of it. It's another game show.
It's something where like if you're up talking at any point, you're gonna win something, and do you keep that thing or go like press your luck or something?
Yeah.
You know, whatever. I don't know.
No, game shows are fun. They're addicting. It's gambling.
Yeah. Price is Right. If you want to get us on your game show, hit us up.
We should go watch a filming of Price is
Gmail.
We should, it is our
Harry Gizmo show. Family Feud's doing. They're getting groups of
comedians and other people,
whatever, right? Like you're comedians. Here's
podcasting
4 versus 4 or whatever. You know, I think that'd be really funny.
Family Feud's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still just can't believe that you don't know what fucking Price is Right is. You've never seen it.
And I know the price is wrong.
Yeah, the price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, dude.
You ever like fucking pay for something at like a restaurant or something, and then you say that you're like, wait, this can't be right. You look at the receipt and you're like, this price is fucking wrong. I'm overpaying for something,
dude. All the time, we always check the receipt to make sure. You got it
after leaving the grocery store nowadays.
Well, the thing that makes you mad is when you see, like, if you went to a nicer place and you see 20%, and it literally says this 20% is not the tip.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like, fuck
what
that.
service
no,
fee is this?
Tip, dude.
I mean, I went to a strip club
fee?
one time and I heard the craziest thing. Girl comes over, she's like, "Hey, you want some company?" I'm like, I'm good. She goes, "Okay, tip," and like pulls her G-string. I'm like, damn, that's wild. Like,
you wanted a tip just for talking to you.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Well, no, drunk dudes. I mean, I seen a drunk dude passed out, stripper on like his lap, facing him and just bouncing, but clothes on clothes, right?
Yeah.
While she's bouncing, she has his wallet in her hands in the middle of the club. Not gonna say which club, but you know,
yeah. She's just robbing him
openly.
Yeah.
Damn,
passed
robbed.
out.
Yeah, that's
you know
fucked.
what I'm saying. And,
that's what I've heard.
Hopefully,
like,
she takes just the cash. You know?
Yeah, and hopefully she's not Cardi B and she didn't actually drug that guy before she started taking his money.
Bro, take his money, his EBT card.
It's, you know, most girls want to numb themselves before they.
Oh, of course.
Know? So you hear a bunch of times like, "Hey, a girl was leaving the club going home." You know.
Yeah.
And, I'm saying there's got to be.
I wouldn't know. I've never been to a strip club.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I really haven't. I want to go so bad just to say I've done it.
If you know, if you guys ever want to go, we can go.
Yeah.
But you know, again,
I gotta
you
turn
guys
my
are not
location
people that
off.
would hit a strip club.
Turn the location off.
Unless it's doing comedy. I think strippers are people.
No, of course.
And they love.
I know a couple of actresses, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
right.
I met a couple of
people.
actresses.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Syndicated. Sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're hubs.
Well, no, there's like, dude, you go to the Dirty.
I have a good friend who's
the Dirty at 12:30.
Like,
a few of those actresses be there at the Dirty at 12:30.
Yeah. Yep.
They really love comedy, dude.
Man, what's that girl's name? She's actually like the main girl. She's going out with some poker player.
Oh damn.
Blonde hair.
She's an actress.
She's gonna do a podcast with Gabe, I think.
She's a Playboy model. I think.
No. Actress.
Oh, actress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like yeah, porn actress, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're making it. Let me just clarify. We are talking about the
making
same
it sound
thing.
really like nice. Like, oh,
Well, I heard the
Not
tone you
Jennifer
guys are taking. I'm like, I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
I'm an idiot.
You know. But it's a cool industry. Have you guys ever been to AVN?
No,
I've been to an
So
after
AVN
party.
is way crazier.
it's for gooners.
But if
Yeah, it
you
is
ever
for
tell
gooners.
someone I went to the AVN, it's like, no, I went to a convention.
I wanna
didn't
go
go
to-
to the strip club.
I want to go to the
it's way
convention with
crazier.
my friend.
It's way crazier. One year I walk in, chick getting fisted. I'm like,
sick.
what the fuck? I'm like,
That is
this
wild.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
Then it gets way more PG. It's just girls like with one boob hanging out. That's
Yeah.
her thing. She signs your picture
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I saw because my friends, my actress friend and her boyfriend invited me to like be a part of their to hang out with them at the after party at Planet Hollywood. And so it was just it was all the actresses just walking around, and we were all just getting drinks and sitting down and lounging, at Planet Hollywood. It was fun, It was cool.
I think that's what they do is they sell like tickets to the show, and then there's extra tickets to different after parties with different.
It was like a
actors.
networking event almost,
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying during AVN or
Yeah. So, but I never went to the convention itself.
Because each brand, if it's big enough, it will sponsor and get the girls so that people are coming in.
Yeah.
So they can see the brand. Or
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy, man. I mean, I can't wait for this to get big. Sponsorship dollars. You got to understand, like, with even 1,000 local people, let's say local comics, whatever, doesn't matter, right? 1,000 local people watching this pod on top of everybody else, like that amount of impressions that you could offer local businesses, a billboard is saying, pay me $2,000 a month. I'll put you on the billboard, static, right? It's saying that every person in every car is looking at every billboard all the time.
Yeah.
That's how they price it.
Yeah.
No way.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I look at billboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
I don't
you.
know shit about business. I can't.
Yeah, dude, Roman's the business for the business, man.
Yeah.
We're glad. We're happy to have you, dude. Once again, this episode's been brought to you by Zen Hemp, zenworld.com.
Zenworld.com.
Zenworld.com. If you're interested in CBD, anything CBD.
I definitely feel relaxed, dude. Like after taking
I feel that.
one of those little tinctures,
For sure.
I feel I'm chilling.
I'm chilling too.
Hell yeah.
And it tasted great. You know,
I
Tastes
appreciate
good.
it. We have a bunch of different stuff for your pets too. 4th of July is coming up. New Year's Eve, fireworks, right?
Yeah.
People, and it's actually crazy out here, literally from the 2nd to like the 8th, maybe 11th even, a random day, there'll be just, one neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the fire, you know.
Dude, that's what I love driving back over the hill from Boulder City. We go out to Boulder City for 4th of July if we're in town.
Yeah.
Normally we're up in Oregon, but driving over the hill and you seeing the fireworks just going off all
You're talking
across
about
the city.
the drive down when you see the whole city?
Yeah.
If
beautiful.
there's, I mean, I don't know what you're allowed to do, man, but if you could maybe set up some kind of roadside thing, you know?
I got some Roman candles, man.
Legit?
I have a legit 5-pack of Roman candles in my house. Yeah.
Maybe don't, you know.
No.
Allegedly.
Those are just for fun, dude. No, they're just for science.
Yeah.
But
Well, they sell them around the gas station.
yeah, my buddy gave them to me.
Yep.
Truthfully. Well, I think that's it, dude. We just hit an hour. So
Hell yeah.
thanks, Roman, for coming by.
Thanks for
and thanks for
coming out.
sponsoring us. And thank you guys for listening.
Hell yeah.
Oh.